here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Kavanaugh. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Saints are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here at 1st and 10.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Saints had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Tries the left side and finds Olave. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Complete to Olave on the out route.
Complete to Chris Olave. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. DeMarco Jackson, the man to bring him down defensively.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans.
Let's go now.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll set up to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
To throw on 2nd down. Kavanaugh, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Room here to run. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. To throw on 3rd down. Kavanaugh. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Kavanaugh. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Back to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Saints. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now they go screen. It's complete. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Kavanaugh. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On 4th down, Kavanaugh. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
Hands it off out of the gun.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on third down, Kavanaugh.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how they'll show the defense. And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again.
Catch is made here by Herb Smith Jr.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 3 and out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 191 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Connecting here with Chark on the out route. And he goes out right around the 39. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
He's a gain of 17 yards.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Ashton a 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Saints 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds. They've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown! From 21 yards away.
And the Saints have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a two-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and pull this one out.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And this one complete to Doolin.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Kavanaugh. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Kavanaugh. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
On fourth down, Kavanaugh. Trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are right back in this football game. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? Oh, and
And this is going to wind up a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a two-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
No surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Off play action. Kavanaugh. He wants it all for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. DJ Chark with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
36, Saints 17.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Okay, ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, here we go.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Buffalo AC.
2nd and 2. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 45 yards. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Santos with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Just get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. And as this